What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to talk about the differences between a bowling ball drilled pin up and a bowling ball drilled pin down, more specifically urethane bowling balls. So guys, please make sure to hit that like button, consider subscribing. Like 60% of you guys are not subscribed. Super appreciate it. Down below in the description, there should be links where you can order a 78U or anything bowling related. There's also be a link to the ball spinners that these balls are sitting on. It's a great way to help support the channel. And guys, if you want to get better at bowling like I am trying to get better at bowling, you can go to howtobowl.com and use promo code LUIS, L-U-I-S, and that gets you 30% off your annual membership. Do yourself a favor, go sign up, use that promo code, and we can get on this journey together. All right, so I've done this differences between pin up and pin down a few times on this channel, but never with urethane. And every time I do this video with pin up versus pin down, I always say that surface is going to be the most important thing over layout. Everyone always asks about the layout, but the surface, the cover of the bowling ball, is going to be the biggest factor. And as we know, or if we don't know, now you will, urethane doesn't do a whole lot of motion. It hooks early, very smooth down lane. So we're gonna see what these differences in layout are going to do, if it's gonna really make a big difference or not. So I have here the pin down 78U, and then this is the pin up 78U. The layouts are very similar. The pin up one is 4.5 by 3 by 2. The pin down one is 4.5 by 3, or 4.5 by 4 by 3.5. I'm not really sure what the dual angle numbers are on these, but the layouts are very similar. The pin to pap is the biggest one that is the same. The surface is the same on these. I hit these with like a newer 1000 pad, so the surfaces should be the same. We are not bowling on a house shot. We are bowling on the 2022 Open Championships team pattern. This is the pattern where I would throw urethane, a pattern where urethane typically looks good. I am bowling nationals tomorrow as of the time of recording this, so I want to throw urethane to get my brain and my arm doing the right thing for nationals. So let me know down below in the comments, do you have a go-to layout, pin up, pin down? Why or why not? We'll see you here on the lanes. All right, so we forgot to talk about what actually happens to the core and the science behind drilling pin up versus pin down. When you drill a bowling ball pin up, two things are gonna happen. The RG is going to decrease, so the ball's gonna wanna pick up much sooner, and the differential is going to increase, meaning that the hook potential is going to increase, the ball's going to flare more. And when you drill a bowling ball pin down, it's just gonna be the opposite. The RG is going to increase and the differential is going to decrease. So a pin down ball is gonna wanna be a little bit longer through the fronts and hook a little bit less overall. The transition is going to be slower in the pin down ball, meaning it's not going to respond to the friction as fast or a rounder motion, versus the pin up one is going to respond much quicker to that friction. So pin up in general is going to hook earlier, hook more, and be quicker responding to the friction, and pin down is going to be just the opposite. So let's turn this on now and throw some shots here with these pin up and pin down IQ 78U. All right, so we're gonna start in the pin down 78U. We're standing at around 16 to start here. Gonna try to go nice and straight on this pattern. Yeah, so we'll throw one more from there just to confirm. I did miss right. I'm not trying to get it that far to the right, but that one is gonna be very smooth. It's not gonna transition as hard down lane as that pin up one. All right, one more shot here, same spot with the pin down one. And then we'll transition into that pin up one so we can see the differences. Yeah, I think I needed to get it closer to the friction, kind of like that first one, but I don't want to throw too many shots in a row with the same one. Let's get into the pin up one now so you can see the real dynamics. And ultimately, the biggest goal for this video is just to show you guys on lane, not just verbiage, that there is a big difference between drilling a ball pin up and drilling a pin down, even when it's urethane. All right, so this is the pin up one, same spot. You're gonna notice right away that this one's gonna change direction a little bit more. And I feel like on the fresh, this one's gonna give me more room for error. Yeah, I think that on the fresh, this one is night and day. You see how much earlier it picks up and how much more motion it wants to produce. Now, if I was bowling on even more friction and I really needed to keep my angles shut down, I think that's when that pin down one will come into play. And this Pinup 78U is actually my favorite of the three that I have. Yeah, I mean, complete night and day difference between the up and down one. I'm gonna switch thumbs. Shout out to Jopo, you guys freaking rock. I'm gonna switch thumbs, go to the pin down one, and see if I can make it look decent like that. Maybe I'll move my eyes right, kind of get that into the friction a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna move my feet right a little bit, get a little bit closer to that friction spot with the pin down one, and see how this looks here. That should be good. Yeah, I thought I threw that at least decent, and it really just struggles to come around that corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my eyes left and really slow hook it up the lane. Really try to play that like 7, 8, 9 down lane instead of like 4, 5 down lane like the other two. All right, so I'm gonna move my eyes left a little bit, try to play a little bit closer to the track, kind of slow hook it up the lane, and see if I can make this look good. One good shot here. Yeah, so that's close. I'll throw one more, maybe inch my eyes right a little bit. I think though, however, and I hope you guys can agree with me, if I was bowling for score, I'd be in that pin up one 100%, not even close. Okay, still in the pin down one. I'm gonna inch my eyes right a little bit and see if I can get this to go through the pins. Let's make a good shot here. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty good, but I feel like I have to be pretty perfect to make that look good. It looks good. It's not even decent. It looks good. But I feel like I have to be too perfect. And as bowlers, we want the most amount of room possible. So let's go back to the pin-up one. All right, back into the pin-up one. So I'm standing in the same spot with both, but where my eyes are targeting are two different spots. So I'm gonna move my eyes back right here with the pin-up one. Miss left, hold. There we go. I think it flares enough and makes it strong enough that when I miss in, it doesn't want to boom like that pin down one. That was a horrible shot, don't get me wrong, but I have that miss room that we were just talking about. All right, so we're looking for the same result, but a better executed shot. Let's not miss left here. Yeah, I mean, that pin-up one is money. Honestly, we could end the video right here, but for the sake of making this video at least 8 minutes long for the YouTube algorithm, we're gonna throw a few shots. But that's gonna be it right there. The pin-up one's gonna wanna read a little bit sooner, shape a little bit more. The pin down one's gonna be a little bit longer, be very, very smooth, much smoother down lane. So it's just gonna depend. I'm not saying that the pin down one is bad. I'm just saying if I was bowling on a higher friction pattern, maybe a shorter pattern like Wolf or Cheetah, I think that pin down one could look good. But on this, it's no doubt that pin up one is good. All right, same spot here, still in the pin up. Throw one more shot with this one, and I'll throw a few more with the pin down one. No way. Guys, that thing is disgusting. So, I'm telling you, if I was bowling for score, that pin up one, 100% I'm in that one. That was pretty disgusting. I don't even know what to say. All right, back in the pin down one, same spot with our feet, move our eyes left, and get this much more up the lane. See, I got that right. Wow, okay, I guess I've developed a nice little shim, and maybe it wasn't quite as right as I thought it was. Definitely not as right as the last one I threw with the pin-up one, but I definitely have room now, and that's a good thing. Because like I said, as bowlers, we just want the ball in our hand that's gonna give us the most amount of room. Little hook to the right, little hold to the left, hit our target, strike. That's all we can ask for. Yeah, that last shot with the pin down one was a 0.5 mile an hour slower than the previous shot. So let's make an actual good shot and then repeat here. There we go. And then a super flat 10. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a few more shots of the pin up one and wrap up this video. We've already seen everything that we need to see and then some, especially coming off that flat 10 where I thought I labeled it, I thought I threw it good, and it just couldn't go through the pins. Yeah, this pin up one just looks so much better. I haven't even come close to flat 10ing like I did the last shot here with the pin down one. So let's throw a couple more really, really high quality ones. That's a really good shot. Yeah, I mean that, off my hand, that had 0% chance at flat 10ing. It hooked in the right spot, went through the pins at the perfect angle, and I can't ask for anything else. I'll just throw one more shot and then wrap this up. All right, more than likely the last shot of the video here. As always, let's wrap it up with a good one. Oh, look at that. It just absolutely does the right, and the lights, look at that. The lights broke, didn't even reset the rack. Guys, we will see you on the next one. This pinup layout that I've put on this 78U, it is really, really good. It just does the right thing. Of the 3 78Us that I have, so I have 3 78Us and 2 pitch blacks, 5 urethane balls. That pin up one, it's the 4.5 inch pin, is just 4.5 by 3 by 2 is the layout. It's just absolutely far and away the best one. It lets me slow hook it. God, the lanes really never reset. It lets me slow hook it from straight, which is like the only thing I'm really good at. So we'll see you on the next one.